Cruising with Mark, where cruising is always free and fun.
Good morning. It is September the 21st, 2024, coming to you from the Gatsby Casino here on the Crown Princess. We are en route to Victoria, Canada, so the casino is closed now, and I wanted to take this time to share a few other ideas that people ask me about or write me. So the first thing I want to talk about is people ask, what is the maximum that you can buy in with each night, or how much can you charge onto your room, or those kind of questions. And is it better to use your room using your medallion to charge, or is it better to use cash? Okay, so generally speaking, the maximum that you can charge your room to the casino every single night is $5,000. Now, there are some people that have made other arrangements. They're higher rollers, and they have extended credit lines, kind of like markers in Las Vegas, that they are allowed to charge up to $10,000, $15,000 per night. I have a really good friend that I'm cruising with. We won't mention any names, but this person charges $10,000 every single night to his room, and they give him basically a line of credit. So, but to most people, it's $5,000. And $5,000, people ask, well, if I charge that to my room for $5,000, then what happens from there? Do I pay off my bill every night and go to the concierge desk or the purser's desk and pay off the $5,000 or whatever you get? Most people just will take out $300 or $400, charge their room when they're playing table games. Okay, some people just charge $50, $100. But as you all know from my conversations, is that if you do not buy in with a minimum of $1,000, then you are not triggering the algorithms on Princess Casino Cruises, and you are not eligible for free cruises. So how that works is this. So if you buy in every night and use your medallion, and if you use your medallion every night and you buy in, let's just say, and make it easy, $1,000, then that $1,000 that you're buying in with is enough to trigger the algorithm and put you eligible for free cruises. If you just buy in with $600, $700, $800, or $900, the only algorithm it triggers is for you to earn free play at the second to last night of the CBS offers, come back and sale offers, which are slid under your door, and you all know, by the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, or AKA the casino host. Okay, so many people are very disappointed when they do only receive free play, $150, $250, $500, or $600, because they were thinking that they're going to receive at least an interior in $250, a balcony in $600, mini suite $1,500 in free play, and the Princess Plus package, or the Holy Grail, like my buddy Kenny always talks about, is the suite $2,500 in free play and the Princess Plus package. And most people don't ever receive that offer, the suites, unless you are seriously a Las Vegas style high roller and you are accumulating tons and tons of points. Okay, I'm not going to negotiate or talk about, well, I got this or got, no. You have to be a player. Okay, player to get that. I've only received the suites just a few times, okay, but I got lucky on that. I don't even know how I did it, but it was because I bought in every night with $5,000. I stood there at the craps table, I promise you, for 6 and 7 and 8 hours straight. I was there more than the employees were there. A lot of times the employees would say, hey, Mark, you need to get this color badge or this kind of badge because you are an employee instead of just a player. So that night, and then I was always averaging probably $200 $12 an average roll for 6 or 8 hours, and that's what's landed me. And I probably ended up losing a whole lot of money, to be honest with you. I was at my filter, as you all know. If I buy in with $5,000, I quit that night at $500. And that's something else. I don't want to just go down a rabbit hole on this one, but put a 10 to 15% filter on your gambling, and don't just keep losing money hand over fist. I have so many friends, and I'm not mentioning names once again, but I have friends that are buying in with $4,000 or $5,000 and draining $4,000 or $5,000 at the tables that in one night. Really? I have to think to myself, what can I buy for that $4,000 or $5,000 that I lost? Even though that I have plenty of the money in resources, but losing $4,000 or $5,000, I don't care who you are, it still hurts. And $4,000 or $5,000, you could go buy a plethora of nice things. So put a filter on yourself. If you buy in with $5,000, I don't care if you buy in with your medallion or cash. If you get to losing $500, $600, $700 maximum in a night, it's a bad night. Cash in, color up, cash in, and get the heck out of there. Do not drain your whole bankroll, because that is not good. I'm not going to say other words. I'm just going to say it's not good. Okay, so you can get to Sweetland, and you can definitely be in mini Sweetland if you lose that kind of money and you play that kind of hours and that kind of limits, and you buy in with that high. But just play normal. Buy in, like I said, every single night with $1,000 minimum. And this is another question I get asked. Do I have to buy in every night with $1,000? No, you don't have to, but if you want to earn free cruises, you do. Because if you just buy in with $1,000 a night, and let's say the next night you forget to bring the $1,000, or you say, I'm just going to buy in with $300, $400, $500, you are not triggering the algorithm to be eligible for free cruises if you miss nights. So it's like playing for free, but you're playing just to earn free play. So you have to have so many points accumulated, and every time you buy in with $1,000, you are eligible for those points being accumulated through the algorithm, through Princess Players Club, to earn free cruises. So try it. If you don't believe me, try it. And you will be disappointed at the end of the cruise where you just get free play offer and not free cruises. So if you want to do something simple and you want to be doing the minimums, buy in with $1,000 every night. If you put it on your medallion and you say to them at the blackjack table or craps table or any table game, you just give them your medallion and say, here, charge my room $1,000. They will go on the computer, they'll look it up, making sure that you have the ability to get $1,000 back. Then they're going to give you a couple slips of paper to sign, and it's going to say $1,000, and you sign it, and then they'll give you your pink copy if you want it, and then they're going to give you $1,000 worth of chips, okay, in different denominations, however you want them distributed to you, okay, but you're going to get that $1,000 in chips, okay. Play. You've already triggered the first algorithm of receiving or buying in with a minimum of $1,000. Then, as you all know, now you're eligible for free cruises, but there's other boxes that you have to check. So you can't just bet the minimums. You got to be betting at the craps table at least over $50 to be in the green line, okay? So bet 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. You really want to be over $100 because they have you $100 to $249 average bet is in the black line. And all you guys that play craps, you all know that we always look at the computer, we try to glance over at the computer sometimes and say, gosh, there's 4 of us that are black lined, and there's 3 blue lines, and there's 2 green lines. And then you're trying to figure out who's black line, who's green line, and who's blue line. Understand, blue line is $25 to $50. That's just getting you free play, okay? That's your continual average roll or bet. If you're green line, it's $50 to $100, and black line is $100 to $249, and purple line is $249, $250 to $500. Okay. There's a lot of people that are in that league, and so you stay at that level. Don't worry about anything. You just keep playing, and you're going to get all the free cruises that you ever would like to have. So, once again, the deal is this: is that when you buy in, if you buy in with your medallion, and you buy in with $1,000 to up to $5,000, somebody asked, well, what do I do with the chips at that time after I buy in? Okay, you buy in, you get, after you're done playing, let's say you bought in with $3,000 and you lost $300 or $400, 10 to 15%. Go cash in that $2,500, $2,600 at the cashier, and they're going to give you $100 bills back. Okay, you can then take those $100 bills and go up to the purser desk and cash those in and pay off your bill. If you borrowed $3,000 and you want to just pay $2,600 towards your $3,000 bill, that's fine. But then if you wanted to go the next night, just buy in with whatever number you want to buy in with. It doesn't matter. Always over 1,000 though. Then just take and go back up to the purser desk each night and pay off a portion or all of your bill that you charge to your room gambling. So you can do that. If not, and just let it hit the credit card at the end of the cruise, then you will then pay it off when you get home, and you will accrue points. That's really important to realize that. If you, let's say you have enough credit on your credit card for $25,000 or $30,000 worth of charge into your room, and you don't go cash, you don't go pay it off in increments each night, and you just let it accrue, and you charge $30,000 to your credit card over a 9 or 10 day cruise or whatever the duration is, then that will go onto your credit card. And then if you have those that give 1.5%, 2%, or they give in cash back, you'll get that in cash back, and then just pay off the bill before you start accruing interest. I'm not a financial guy as far as telling you the ins and outs of credit cards, but I know that's how it works, okay? So if you want to pay something off if you pay it off each night, then it will not accrue and show up on your credit card, but wait until you get home, and then your credit card bill will come, and then pay it off, and you get points. And sometimes, for instance, I use an airline's credit card sometimes, so I can accumulate free flights and points like that. But cold hard cash, and I want to mention one other thing. If you buy in with your medallion or you buy in with $100 bills, they are rated different, and they are, for instance, if you buy in, and I'm not sure exactly of the color, okay? Yellow and orange are the only 2 colors for buy-ins, okay? So if you buy in with $1,000 in cash, they will highlight your name on the computer in a yellow or orange line. If you buy in with credit on your medallion on your room, they will highlight your name in yellow or orange. I think yellow is cash and orange is credit, but I may have those mixed up because I've been doing this so long. But they record how you bet and what you buy in with. Yellow line, orange line. So I hope that answers a lot of your questions I get, and just wanted to broadcast that. And I get a lot of people sending me emails saying, well, what's the limit? And I just explained the limit, $5,000 maximum every night, but you always want to buy in with $1,000. And the other thing I want to say, since this is a long video, is when you are playing table games, you hit the $1,000 buy-in minimum to be eligible for free cruises. You also want to make sure you play there for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 hours. The longer you play, you're accruing like compound interest, and you're accruing more and more points, okay? And then also, you never, ever, ever play the minimums on table games, okay? Right now, they're all $10 table games, except poker is $5. You're not seeing free cruises. Even if you buy in with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and even if you are playing for 2 or 3 hours, if you just play minimums, you're not getting the free cruises. You're going to get tons of free play, but no free cruises. So do this. Buy in with a minimum of 1,000. If I wanted to nail balcony rooms all the time, I would be buying in, like my buddy Steve and Nancy always talk about, I would be buying in with a minimum of $2,500 every single night, whether you do it on your medallion or you do it in cold hard cash. I would be playing till I lost. Hopefully you're winning, okay? Don't ever think that I'm saying just you want to lose money. But I always say they didn't build these big cruise ships and Vegas and Atlantic City and all the casinos on land off of winners. There will be some winners, and you're going to hit some jackpot sometimes. But they built these things on losers, okay? So try to filter your losses. So if you buy in with $2,500 and you get to losing $300 that night, color up, cash in, and get out of there. You already triggered the $2,500 minimum, okay? Now, you may lose $250 or $300 in 15 minutes. It happens. That's not long enough to play, but maybe you may want to just color up, cash in, come back the next night, because you do not want to drain all $2,500. You do not want to drain $1,000. And then make sure, so minimums play does not receive free cruises. Doesn't matter how many of the other boxes you check, minimum play does never receives free cruises. I'm going to tell you one other quick story, and these are so many stories, but I was in the casino months ago, and this elderly lady was playing 3-card poker, and she said, "Mark, I buy in every night with $1,000. I sit here longer than I want to, 3 and 4 hours." She sits there, and she says, "I never get a free cruise. Can you tell me why?" So I go to the manager, who I knew really well because I was on this cruise for 58 days to Hawaii. And I said to him, I won't use his name, but I said to him, "Can you check this lady's stats out?" She gave me permission to go talk to him. And he said, fine. He came back to me. The casino wasn't busy. I was standing at the craps table. Nobody was there. And he said to me exactly, he said, "Mark, she will never, ever, ever, ever," I'm not sure if he used that many evers, but she will never, ever, ever receive free cruises on CBS offers or anything with Princess Cruises because she only plays the minimums. So on poker, the minimums are still $5, but the way you bet and the antes and this and that and the different circles that you put money on, you have to be at least $10 on those, $15, $20, $25. If you just put $5 on those, you're only in for like $20, $25, and the minimums will never get you free cruises. You have to elevate your bet. So if you're just playing $10 blackjack hands, you're still not getting free cruises. It doesn't matter how much you buy in for and how long you sit there, because minimums don't cut the mustard. So I always say, number one, if I'm playing blackjack, the only place that you get 3-2 odds at blackjack is playing over there at the $25 table, or Fun 21, but they give 3-2 blackjack offers also. But you want to stay at a $25 minimum hand all the time playing blackjack, and just sit there. Buy in with $2,500 and just bet $25 on the thing. It will get the attention, and make sure that pit boss knows who you are and how much you're playing and betting, and making sure that they are rating you correctly, because there's so many times when people don't get rated correctly because the pit boss hardly knows who they are, and they're not saying to the pit boss, hey, I want to make sure you are rating me at a proper rate. I can go into a million stories about people not getting rated. I have a good buddy on here right now that he buys in every night with $3,000 at the craps table. He stands there for 8 hours the whole time. Last night he was there from 8 at night when it opened to I closed at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I guess that's 6 hours, okay? And he stood there, and I'm not sure whether he won or lost, but he was always in at 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, $30 a roll. So he's always in the good area. And he did this last week, the same thing. And do you know what? He ended up just getting $500 in free play. He bought into $3,000 every single night. He stood there for 4, 5, 6 hours every night, and he was betting 60, 70, 80, 90, $100. But the problem is the pit boss didn't even know him, and he finally asked the pit boss, he said, what am I being rated? And he had him down, like 2 other friends of mine, he had him down at under $50 a roll. He had him at $35 a roll. That's minimums on the craps table. So it didn't matter. The truth is he ended up getting the $500 in free play. This week, they know who he is. He's playing balls to the wall. He's still betting that $70, $80, $90, $120 a roll. He's buying him with over $3,000. He's standing there till his feet ache, but they know who he is now, and they are saying that they're rating him. He's rated at like $125 to $150 a roll. There it goes. I'll give you the update, but he's definitely getting at least the balcony and probably the mini suite offer. So you got to make sure they know who you are. And I hope that answers some of your questions. I know that I talked a long time about different ways on Princess Cruises to receive free cruises and how not to receive free cruises. But it's so imperative, whether you buy in with the medallion or cash, it doesn't matter. But make sure you buy in minimum of $1,000 every single night. The other thing I want to mention is if you just buy in with $1,000, you're not ever going to get to mini suites, okay? It doesn't matter. You're not getting to mini suites. You have to be at a minimum of $1,000 will get you an interior. $2,500 will get you in balconies. And you may eke up to mini suites, but probably not. They've tightened up the reins here, okay? But 1,000, 1,500 interior rooms. It doesn't matter how much you play or how long you play. If you only buy in with 1,000 or 1,500, you're interior land, okay? $2,500, $3,000 buy-in every single night. Don't buy in with $3,000 one night and then go back down to $1,000. You're not going to get up to the balconies that way. Consistency is the important thing of totally pounding that algorithm all the time. So buy in with $2,500 to $3,000, and that's going to get you in balconies. You have to really be at $3,500 to $5,000 every night and still click and be over $100 a roll on craps. And if you're playing blackjack, you got to be, to get the mini suite land, you got to be once in a while hitting the $50, $75, $100 hands, okay? trust me, you can't just be at, you're not getting anything under $25 a blackjack hand, okay? So be at $25, and if you're playing two hands, do 25 and 25. Then you're doubling, you're splitting. But to get the mini suites, you need to be at about $50 on a blackjack hand to trigger the algorithms, and you got to sit there for a couple, 3-4 hours, okay? This isn't easy stuff, and I always say, you don't win free cruises, you earn free cruises, because you feel like you've been beaten earning these free cruises, because it is a business for me. You can't just come in here lackadaisical and say, oh, I'm going to try to do this and play that. Really? That's fantastic. Have fun, but you're not earning free cruises. You have to be focused and filtered. Focused, filtered equals free. That's a new one I just came up with right there. So that's the story. Just play, play, play. And if you buy in with $3,500 to $5,000 every single night, and you're at the craps table averaging $100 plus a roll, and the pit bosses have you down at $100 plus a roll, and you stand there for 2 or 3 or 4 hours, you're getting mini suite, $1,500 in free play, and the Princess Plus package. But make sure they know who you are and what your average roll is. So till then, subscribe to my channel. You all have a really good day.